We are talking with Leah, who is one of the most successful people who joined my apprentice program because she ended up getting a full time job here in Japan. If you want to get in contact with Leah and see what she's doing, there's going to be her links like to the YouTube channel and whatever else she wants. That'll be in the description of this video. And then also the information about my apprentice program will also be in the description of this video. I'll just go ahead and move right over to Leah. Can you give us a quick introduction and just tell us like who you are and what you did?
Okay. Hi everyone, and thank you, Zach, for that wonderful introduction. Yeah. So I changed careers. I was teaching here in Japan, and then I just decided to change careers, and I found Zach on YouTube, and I followed all the things that you told me, and now I got the job. Just a real quick, like honesty here. I feel like I'm in a job interview. We don't talk like this usually when but this will be published, so anyway.
Yeah. I mean, you don't have to feel nervous or anything. You just, yeah, just be yourself.
It's funny how I actually got that job, um because I was just like, my savings were running out and I needed money, so I was just like, I'm just gonna do like a part-time job wherever that can like just sustain me for a few weeks or whatever it is that will allow me to not think while working that job,
Yeah.
like the energy to think and study coding after. But then I actually applied. Oh, before that, I did apply to other tech companies, as a web developer. Like, this is what I have. And then nobody really contacted me back because I was really a beginner. And I didn't go to any school, actually. I did the things that you just told me to do. And from there, I was able to build some portfolio. And I thought, like, oh, I already have, I think it's enough to showcase my ability. And yeah, um, so I just started to like find any jobs that I can have to, to help me financially. But then that um, that CEO, the owner of that company, was like, "Are you sure you just want to like pack and pick, just really labor jobs?" Like, yeah, I'm okay. And then he said, "Oh, but you have Shopify experience on your resume." And I was like, "Of course, I would love to help with the Shopify thing. That's actually what I'm striving for, like to be a web developer and be a software engineer." And I think he really saw some potential because he did try to see like what I can do. And when he invited me to his office, I was very honest. I think I recall like consulting with you as well.
Yeah.
Zach, what do I do? Like, they don't want me to pick and pack. They don't want me to do the labor job. They want me to assist in the web management. And then you were so supportive. You were like, "Oh, maybe you can show this." And I was like, "Oh, but like, what if they ask you?" So I was just really nervous. And you were able to help me, like, at least navigate how I can explain it to them. And I think the most important thing that helped me during that interview was being honest.
Yeah.
I was being honest to the fact that whenever he asked, "Okay, so you can do this and this, but can you do liquid on Shopify?" And I was like, "Sorry, honestly, I cannot, but I'm trying to study it." But, I'm always willing to study and learn new things. And I think he saw the sincerity in that and he did see the potential. He was able to, like, "Okay, let's have you do a part-time job for now." So I was a part-timer for 2 months, and then um, I helped with the web management, updating things on Shopify and stuff like that. And after that, he offered me a full-time position.
That is amazing.
Yes.
Yeah, so I really I was just amazed when that happened and even more like it just seemed so random to me that like you found a full-time Shopify developer job in Japan. Like especially Japan because it's like Shopify isn't even that popular yet in Japan. You know, like North America, I think is the main market for Shopify. But it is kind of like a special niche over here. Like if you're a foreigner in Japan, like if you're a native speaker of English and a Shopify developer, then it does, you know, present some unique opportunities, especially with other foreigners, like foreigners who are business owners in Japan and using Shopify. So it does make sense now that I think about it. But just when I first realized that you got a full time Shopify developer job, it was really surprising.
I was surprised as well. But you also have to consider for also for the people who are watching, like you really have to put in the hours, you know. It's not
Yeah.
like, oh, it was a coincidence that I landed this job, but it was the skills that I learned throughout the mentoring process that got me the opportunity to move forward, you know. And prior to this, having zero knowledge, I also want to add I didn't like tech that much. I think you don't know this. I haven't told you this. It's more of like at that time, I just really wanted to quit my teaching job.
Yeah.
So what can, help me be financially well, at least, Uh, so I was like, oh, everybody's doing tech. I see everybody doing tech and they earn good money. So I wanted to try that. And then after studying with you, I started to actually like it. And now I cannot stop making projects.
I have to say, something happened with your mic at some point, and it got a lot louder.
Am I
While we,
answering your questions correctly? Oh, wait, we're still recording.
yeah, we're still recording, but we'll cut this out.
I feel like I'm not answering your questions.
Like just in numbers of months or years, like how long did it take you to go from zero coding skills to full time job? Because that's what everybody wants to know always.
9 months.
9 months.
Yeah.
9 months from zero to full time job. That's pretty amazing.
Yes, 9 months.
I mean, people ask me this all the time, and I usually tell people to plan for like a year and a half to 2 years. And I've even seen people take longer, like 3 years. And that's fine. I mean, there's a lot of factors that go into like, you know, how long it takes. Some of it can just be luck, like if you meet the right people or, you know, apply to the right company that needs exactly what you have to offer at that exact time. So there's a lot that goes into it.
I wasn't expecting it because you did tell me the same thing, oh, it's going to be like after a year or so. Some people even make it like after 2 years. That's why I wasn't really expecting anything. But I think putting yourself out there and putting your portfolio out there really does help because you'll never know who needs your skills at that time.
Yeah, that's definitely true. Okay, so let's move right along to the next questions. What are the working conditions like at the company? Is it like a traditional style Japanese company?
That's a very good question because I do love my company right now. It's international, it's owned by an American, but he's fully submerged in the Japanese culture, and majority that are working there are Japanese people, but it's still very international. It's more of like if they're Japanese, they can speak English, or they've lived in a different country, aside from Japan. So it's very important in our company to have this international um, speaking skills. So, like for me, I can speak English and I'm Filipino, I can speak Tagalog. And I can actually, just to answer, sorry, I didn't answer it before. My level of Japanese is maybe N3. So I
Okay.
can converse in Japanese, basic ones. And I can, even though I cannot reply that much, I can understand what they're saying. Because a bit of a background of, my family lives here in Japan, but I've been really back and forth in the Philippines, and I've never learned that language well, like fluently. And yeah, I can understand. So whenever we have meetings in Japanese, at least I can get a grasp of what's going on. And whenever they ask me to do something, I know what I have to do.
So is the main working language in the office Japanese then?
Both.
Both. It's a mix.
It's a mix. Yes. So we speak Japanglish in the company.
Okay, would somebody be able to survive in that office if they couldn't speak any Japanese, or would they even get it? Like, would the company even hire somebody that doesn't speak any Japanese?
Yeah, we actually have somebody who doesn't speak Japanese at all, or who's really new to Japan. Like he just flew in 2 months ago.
Wow.
Yes, because he got married to a Japanese person who's also, in the company. But he's very skilled. It's really the skill that can keep you going
Yeah.
wherever you go. He's really good at sales, so he's in sales, and he just talks in English, and everybody can understand him. And for some people who don't, for the Japanese people who don't speak English, they can still at least somewhat understand, or somebody can actually help them understand. So, as I think, really, if you have, you know, the skills that the company need, I think even little bit of Japanese will do.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. Well, that's also a question that people ask me a lot is like, can they get a job in Japan, a tech job, if they don't speak Japanese or if their level is low?
I was talking about the sales coworker, but if that's the case, then I do have a lot of friends, like a lot of friends who's in tech. They don't speak Japanese, and they're
Okay.
working for like large firms and stuff like that. But if you're only starting, I think you should also do your research, because there are like small firms like us who's international, and we may need, international people as well to work with us. And I think that's what they need to research on. Because I think small firms would be better, because working for a small company will really help you upgrade your skills faster.
Yeah, definitely. But how many people are in the company, by the way? I don't think you told me ever.
Are we 20, 20, 30?
Okay, so it's around the same size as the company that I work for during the day, my day job. We're right around 20 people. It was like 8 or 9 when I joined the company.
Oh,
Yeah,
how
it was
long have you been working
tiny.
there?
It's been 2 years already.
Yeah, same situation. Because we're a growing company, so I don't know what the future will hold after a year or so.
Like the job that you have now, if you had to know legal, like if you didn't have any kind of work visa or like legal way to be in Japan, and you were like in the USA, I mean, would they have hired you and like brought you all the way over to Japan and sponsored your visa? What do you think?
Yeah, I think it's very possible, because, as I said, I do have a lot of friends who, from other countries, and they just got sponsored to work, in Tokyo. And yeah, I think really finding the right company for you, it's really going to open doors for you to come here.
Okay, so you think they would have hired you even if you've never lived in Japan before?
That's a very tricky question.
Yeah.
I, I think no, honestly.
Like if you've only been to Japan like once or twice for a vacation or something and you're living in some other country, it's much harder to get a company to commit to like doing all that paperwork and bringing you over here, especially if the company isn't used to doing it.
Or just get an internship. We have like some people who wanted to do internship with us, and they're like people from the UK helped us with marketing and stuff like that. And I think it's the same thing for tech. Like I when I was applying for like tech jobs before I got this job, I saw like there are a lot of like companies who's willing to take, to do internships with people from other countries.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's growing, it's growing. And I think just for me, like I'd rather do the internship than study the Japanese language because, you're hitting two birds with one stone if you do internship. You're learning the language and, the culture, and then you're learning more about your career.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, we gotta help people find internships.
That's true. It's in the list. It's in the list. You have the company already, right? So hopefully in a year or two.
Yeah. Yeah, Web Dev Japan is officially an LLC. Uh, so, and then I mean, it's a USA LLC at the moment, but I'm planning to eventually do it in Japan as well. So yeah, that could be in the future for Web Dev Japan. Kind of like the the Henge. I don't know if I'm saying the company right. They're
I
global.
applied to that.
Yeah, me too. I applied and I did their coding challenge, but they didn't give me an interview.
Yeah, I went to the same process as well.
Well, I applied to their global internship program,
Okay.
and I basically planned out our own global internship program and proposed it to the CEO of the company that I work for, and he really liked it. But just we don't have the resources to do it right now. And if we do eventually like have the time to do it, we're gonna start with it just being an online internship because I know Henge actually brings people over to Tokyo to do it in person. But yeah, that's definitely could be in the future in the next year or two, uh, either for the day job or for Web Dev Japan for sure. Even helping with the Shopify, like one of the freelancers who's doing the most, he's like the top performing freelancer out of my whole team of Shopify developers that I'm working with. And I found him in my Discord channel, and he didn't even contact me directly. He just left like a random comment somewhere, like in the general channel, saying that like he was a CS major and can't find a job, and does anybody have any work, please? Basically was his comment, and then I messaged him and I was like, hey, yeah, you want to do Shopify work? And now like we've been working together regularly for like 6 months now, I think.
Amazing. Oh, that guy. Okay. I think you've mentioned him once or twice.
Yeah, maybe. Did I show you the ranking list when I was trying to set up the 15 Shopify stores in 3 months?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah,
I
he was
noticed
the
you
number
posted.
one person on the
Oh, he
list.
was the no.
Yeah, he was the top performer during that period.
Amazing, amazing.
And so that's like the kind of thing I'm talking about, like with networking and stuff. I mean, he didn't even contact me directly. He just randomly left a comment in my Discord channel. So it's just like, if you get out there onto the internet and like start joining all these groups and communities, even better going in person, but even just online, I mean, you never know who's going to see your comment or your video or whatever it is that you're posting online. Just literally unlimited opportunities when you're out there on the internet for the whole world to see, basically. But anyway, we're getting off topic. Where were we at? Okay, so you already told us about the job, but how exactly did you find the job?
Indeed.
Indeed.
Yes.
Really?
Honestly, as I've said, like I wasn't really looking for like a tech job in Indeed, right? I was just like, I'm just gonna find whatever job that I can to, sustain me financially. But, like there was also, you have to also read the job description. Like I knew that there was a Shopify thing in that description. Like they said like, oh, we need somebody to pick and pack because we have to, we're a company that's using Shopify, yada yada yada. And I was like, oh, maybe, I was kind of like 10% hopeful that I might get into at least some kind of tech or like help with Shopify.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy. I didn't even know Indeed was a thing to get jobs in Japan.
What do you usually use?
Uh, I don't, Pisa. Well, cause I'm only looking for tech jobs, so I use Pisa.jp, and I guess I did try LinkedIn, but never got much. But I did connect with a couple of actual good recruiters on LinkedIn. So yeah, Indeed. Okay, interesting. That is a new thing that I'm gonna have to look into. So I think someone even asked me about that before, and I was just like, I just dismissed it. I was like, Indeed. I have no idea. Never looked at it in Japan. That's crazy. Okay,
And you might be surprised because, like, there are also international companies who also post in Indeed.
gonna have to tell people to start looking on Indeed. But anyway, one thing I was gonna ask you earlier, because you said originally that you like weren't even really interested in tech. So like, if you're not teaching English and you're not doing tech, like what would you be doing in Japan?
Now,
No, yeah, I mean like if you didn't get a tech job, what were you trying to do?
such a good question.
Just anything that's not teaching English?
Probably a librarian. I'm gonna volunteer as a librarian in any wards here in Tokyo. I'm just gonna be that person who is always surrounded by books. That's the most, I think that's such an awesome job. Like if in my ideal world, I don't have to worry about anything, I'll just be at the library all the time.
That would be a cool job if I was just like independently wealthy,
Yes.
and like already reached my financial freedom. That would be a cool thing to do.
Sorry.
Um,
We keep
the
going off tangent.
It's all right. The interview process. How was the interview? Like what kind of like if you can disclose this type of information, you don't want to like breach your confidentiality clause in your contract or anything, but like just a general whatever you can tell us about the interview process and like the kind of technical part of the interview. How what was that like?
When I gave them my resume, of course, they saw that there's experience, a beginner experience in web developing. And from there, like my boss asked me things that's related to Shopify, because that's where they're operating. And I just told them my experiences with and I work with developers, like senior developers, and taking on projects for small businesses to create websites on using Shopify. And yes, I think that's mostly on like the interview part. For the technical part, I did have to show them my portfolio. And at that time, my website wasn't ready. So what I had to do was like really show them like one by one, like going to like GitHub, going to this portal. Um, and I think the one that helped me the most was the project that I did for, I don't know if you know this podcast, Sleepy Bookshelf.
Uh, I think you showed me this before, didn't you?
I think I told you about it when I did that website for them.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to actually work with Sleepy Bookshelf, because I saw on their website, if you know anything about web management, please let us know. Let's get connected. And I got that inspiration because, so for the people who don't know Sleepy Bookshelf, they're this. company. It's a podcast where they tell stories that's very relaxing, and I actually listen to them before I sleep. And I've always been wanting to be part of a wellness company. So that's actually my goal, which I actually do work for now. My company is related to a wellness, to the wellness category. And from there, I show them, oh, I made the website that I made was kind of like a mini Kindle where I got some free stories online and then made an inventory of like books on that website. And that's what I showed them with background music, aesthetically pleasing with all the
Yeah,
vibe.
yeah.
And yeah, and I think that's what stood out the most with like from all my projects. And of course, like the Shopify things that we've done with the clients. And I'm so glad that we can show that too, um, we can showcase that as part of our portfolio. And yeah.
Okay, so did they make you do like a coding challenge or something?
Oh, that actually happened during the part-time thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my boss took his chances because he kind of really wanted to. I think he really did see the potential, and I was really eager to prove to them that, oh, I can do this and I can do this. And then during the part-time, I was tasked with like very up to, like not really menial because it's important, but like basic things that I've learned while I was studying or while you were mentoring me. So I did that. And then I had like suggestions about like, oh, maybe we can do like a basic liquid and this. And then that's actually when I was able to showcase like, oh, I can do this one. And then he did see that. So yeah.
All right. What kind of courses or certifications did you do before getting the job?
Um, I just did free code camp all the
It,
way.
it, yeah, I already knew that. Just asking for the people watching the video.
Yeah, I mean, guys, if I think I don't know if you've talked about this openly on your YouTube channel, but free code really is an updated source for studying web development.
Definitely.
And that's where I learned. That's what I've been like looking at when I was studying and just diligently doing the work every day, studying every day until I get a result. Yeah, and to be honest, like aside from free code camp, I would also look into like YouTube videos on how to make something. For example, um, I want to make a CSS coded introduction or like a landing page, and that's going to inspire me. And I would just learn from that YouTuber who did
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So just like getting a bit of everything from other external sources. Mm.
So we already talked about like your study habits, going to the library and studying all day.
Yeah,
Uh,
I don't know if that's healthy though, but that's what I did.
well, I mean, I think you've got to, if you're a self study person like we are, at some point in the journey, you're just gonna have to basically do it full time to give you that extra push across the finish line for sure. Oh yeah, so talking about the other jobs you applied to, um, do you know roughly like how many job applications you sent out for tech jobs?
Probably less than 10, not that much.
Okay.
Yeah, because I already knew because you told me like, oh, it's gonna take a year or so. So I wasn't really expecting anything, but I was just putting myself out there. Like, okay, I'll just try this one. If it doesn't work, then it doesn't. So I think it really helped me like not putting a timeline in what I've been doing because like I would always be honest with you and like Zach, nothing's like going on yet. Like why is it like this? And you would always tell me like stop putting timeline on it because well it's true. Like you always have to remember that you can only focus on the things that you can control. You know, for like the job applications, that's something that's not for you to decide whether you're going to get hired or not. So
Yeah,
don't let your, you know, motivation or like your stance on what you've decided on to waver whenever like external forces actually try to um, do their thing and distract you from doing what you have to do.
exactly. So, yeah, people in countries like, well, basically every other country that's not Japan are probably gonna be like, I don't know if they're gonna, I don't know how they're gonna feel about 10 job applications. Because, wait, is that what you said? 10 job applications?
10 or less than 10. Yeah, because I was
Yeah,
just focused on studying. Like, I don't care whoever, you know, hires me, but I'm just gonna do my best. And from there, I'm just gonna work with whatever I have. Yeah.
yeah. I know people outside Japan are having a really rough time breaking into the tech industry. So for them, hearing that you only sent out 10 applications is going to be like, I don't know how that's going to make people feel, but
I think if it's your, you know, time, then, you know, you're gonna get it.
yeah,
And to add, like I was really putting myself out there. It's like it's not like, oh, I applied on Indeed and that's what I got. I was in Flex Job. I was in, you know, a lot of like job websites. And my resume was just there. And yeah,
yeah. Well, if that sounds pretty unbelievable to people, then they should get over here to Japan, because I've been telling people like this is the last country that still has like the self study or like coding boot camp dream that is like still alive. Because I don't hear. I mean, I'm sure people do get jobs still, but like over in the U.S. Or other places like India or something, especially India, I think it's kind of unheard of to like just go to a coding boot camp, have no tech background, and then do a coding boot camp or just like self study for like a year and get hired. I think it's pretty rough out there right now in a
it
lot of
is.
other countries. And people say it's rough in Japan too, but not like other countries. Like the way, like, what I see going on with people I know outside Japan, it's just a completely different market out there.
I didn't know that. Yeah. Oh, but also to just tell your viewers that I do have like a Japanese background. My family lives here. I'm not from here, but you know, my mom migrated when I was young and I was able to go back and forth. And, you know, immersing to the culture really helped me as well. Yeah, and I think also it's very important of like what kind of values you have as a person, right? It's not only the skills, it's also more of are you trustworthy enough, you know? Will you be loyal to the company that you're working for? Are you really like wanting to help the company grow? I think those are also important points to like, oh, I just want to be in Japan. Like, you know, and just there have a tech skill that, you know, I can just use from like 9 to 5 working hours and that's it. That's not gonna, I don't know. Maybe some people do that, but for me, when I got into the company, yes, it's by chance, but when I got that chance, I was like, I want to be part of this company. I want to be part of this family because like everybody's so nice at the company and you know living in Japan for a few years and working for other companies like I really had like a bad experience as working as an English teacher here and I think
Yeah.
that's another session but that would be like an interesting session that we can talk about next time. Yeah, but yeah, so I kind of try to hold on to that opportunity and just like put my best foot forward. And yeah, I got hired as a full timer after that 2 month part time. what do you call that? I think like for those who really are watching this and you don't have any experience with tech and all, like just know that you're not starting from zero. Even if you're a student, if you're a college student, you're not starting from zero because you do have skills and you just have to know what they are and
Yeah,
how are you going to amplify them so that you can showcase them together with the skills that you're trying to learn right now.
definitely. Good advice. You have any big plans or goals for the future?
Create something first and foremost with you. What, like we have a list of stuff that we want to do as
Yeah.
co-workers, and that would be amazing. And I think something specific is that I don't know, like just really helping people when it comes to like tech, and especially if it comes to, finances. I do want us to be able to help less fortunate people. Like if, that's why like I'm open if the YouTube thing for me um will happen, then I can maybe get money from that and fund some charities that I have back in the Philippines and just making the lives of people a bit better or just trying to help a bit. I think that's my main goal in life. So yeah.
Yeah. All right. So we're getting into the last kind of one or two questions for this interview. So just second to last question: are you going to stay in Japan forever?
Depends on the immigration. Now, I don't know how if you've seen the news, but I mean,
Yeah.
of course, like ideally, I would like to be here and start something, you know. Yeah, just start something that can actually help a lot of people, and especially like international people, connect with Japan. And yeah, let's see what's going to happen in 2 years or 3 years.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Which actually is so good because like you're living the life in terms of like the cost of things. So guys, I'm
Oh
living in
yeah.
Tokyo where everything is expensive. It pains my heart.
I'm pretty upfront with everybody about like my finances and stuff. So yeah, I mean, this house I'm living in, the rent is $300 a month, slightly under $300 a month.
So unfair. That's so unfair. I'm like
That's
paying the cheapest one that I can get here.
how much is your rent? Or are you allowed to say?
Yeah, it's fine. Hachiman? Like how much is that in dollars?
And
800?
well, I mean, historically it would have been $800, but now it's more like 600, less than 600, like I don't know, 580, $570, something like
Really? It
that.
changed that much?
Yeah, the yen is pretty weak right now.
Well, yeah. And I'm like living in a studio type apartment. Yeah. I mean, I like my house. I'm grateful, but it's really hard to find like a cheap apartment in Tokyo.
Yeah, so if you're gonna move to Japan, be like an hour or two out from a city like Osaka or Kobe or something. Tokyo is too expensive.
Yeah, go live in Osaka. But if you really want to be in Tokyo, just stay in Saitama. I think the rent is cheaper there, and then you can just cross and just ride a train going to downtown Tokyo.
Yeah, yeah. All right. On the topic of finances, one thing we forgot to mention. I know you said you didn't want to like say exactly what your salary was, but that's yeah. I mean, that's always something that people ask, and I mean, I tell people what my salary is, even though they're like, "Oh my God, that's poverty level. How are you surviving?" But I think the main question would be, or the real question is it higher than your English teacher salary? Yeah, for me it is, like including the bonuses that we get, because
Oh, you have
like
a
a norm
bonus?
like a normal Japanese company, I get a bonus twice a year. It should be equivalent to roughly like 1 or like 1.5 months of salary. Some Japanese companies do even more than that, like 2.5. But yeah, it's really nice getting that bonus twice a year.
Very nice. I don't know if my boss will watch this, but boss, just kidding.
But yeah, so with the bonus, my total comp, bonus and whatever like benefits they add onto it, yeah, my total yearly compensation is higher than when I was an English teacher. So even though it's at the very bottom of what I would expect a developer to get in Japan, it was still a big win for me.
Mm, I think I kind of get what you mean because I know the companies that you work for. I don't know if you're open to saying those companies.
Yeah, yeah,
You are?
yeah.
Because I know your salary. But because my English teaching job before was like coaching businessmen, teaching business English because I am a business graduate and I was able to also teach in universities. And the pay was good, but when I got this tech job, the pay is even better.
That's what we want to hear.
Yeah, it's even better. But like just to also be clear, when I was teaching, I would not it's hard to get a full-time job teaching English. So it's always like contractual, it's always part-time. So it's like I had to like really put in the hours and that was really difficult for me because like if I don't teach, then I don't get to eat, right?
Yeah.
They don't also cover my health insurances and stuff like that. So it was really tough. Like even though I can say that my salary was okay, it or good, it still wasn't enough to make a living. But with the tech career that I have right now, like everything's covered and the pay is way better. That's what I can say, and I'm only a novice in this.
That's what we hope to do, getting people from, being an English teacher or like a factory worker or something here in Japan and then getting them into the tech industry. Uh, that's the hope is that the starting compensation is going to be more than what they were getting at that previous job or like in their previous career. But then that's the baseline. So it's like as an English teacher, I was kind of like up at the top level, unless I would do something like get a master's degree or something. But as far as somebody with you know almost nothing, maybe like the ESL certification, and that's pretty much it. I was kind of like up at that upper level of the pay ranks. So, but then when we get over into tech, maybe we're making a little bit more than that in our first job, but that's the baseline. From there, it's only going to go, either by switching companies or whatever, it's going to go way up, or you do what I do and do side work and side projects and stuff, and your income goes way up that way. Either way, like that's just a starting point when you switch over into tech.
Yes, and the opportunity is actually boundless because, like if you don't want to study this kind of language, you can just switch to another one. If you want to be a game developer, you can just study another language and just do that. Or there's just a lot of like things, like a lot of branches that you can go to if you're like tired of doing the other.
Okay, so to wrap all this up, do you have any advice? I know we've given a lot of advice to people today, but any final words of advice for people who are struggling to get into the tech industry to get that first job?
I would say just keep going. Just keep making projects, Doesn't matter if it's gonna take you like 100 projects, 200 projects. Just keep going and just focus on the things that you can control. And the other things that you cannot, don't stress on it because it will come to you at the right time. And just don't be stuck in a box, whenever like a YouTuber says like, oh, it should be like this or it should be like that. I think it's very important for you to be able to find what you want to do in tech. So just d make your ideas come to life, whatever that is. Like be wild in your imagination. As long as it's legal, as long as you're not harming anybody, I think that's perfectly fine. And like studying tech also is a lot of self-discovery when it comes to studying something new. And yeah, just keep going. And I'm pretty sure that an opportunity will come.
All right. Very
Mm.
nice advice. Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you for that. I'm sure somebody is gonna watch this video and take away some very good insights from it. At least that's my hope. Usually when I make a YouTube video, uh, is that at least one person can take away something beneficial or you know, the video can help them in
Yeah.
some way.
And just to highlight what you actually said earlier, it's really the connection, like interacting with a lot of people, taking your chances, getting to know them. And also, it's your character as an individual, you know, because you may have the skills. Actually, this one thing, you may have the skills, but if you're not a person that somebody can work with, then it's like, it's meaningless. Unless you want to be like a solo entrepreneur, just hide in your closet or something.
Yeah, that is huge what you just said. Like that is probably more important. Like the person who's interviewing you when you're trying to get, especially like your first job or really any job, it doesn't matter if it's your first job, but like the person interviewing you, like if they're the team leader or someone on the team, uh, they're going to be judging you and like they're going to be thinking, okay, can I work with this? Do I want to work with this person every day? And that's going to be honestly more important than your tech skills. I mean, of course, you got to have the skills to do the job, but if you have the skills and they just don't like you for some reason, unfortunately, uh, you're done, you're knocked out of the competition for that job.
Yeah, for
So,
real, and especially if
yeah.
you want to work in Japan, and if you want to work in Japan, you have to really, give importance to teamwork because everything will be, if you're working in tech in web development or like web management, everything is interconnected and you're always going to collaborate with all the departments. I mean, that's my experience at the moment. So you have to be able to be approachable, like, be nice enough to people. Just be a good person in
Wait,
everything that you actually.
wait, your
Mm.
company has other departments?
Yeah, we do.
What
What do
what
you
kind of
mean?
departments does it have?
We have sales, we have marketing.
Oh.
What do you mean? Oh, you thought it's just a tech company?
Oh, well, I guess that makes sense. Actually, yeah, because you mentioned something about some other people, like graphic designers or something before, but I don't know, just the company that I work at is weird. It's like it's 20 people and we're all engineers. Like there's nobody else.
Oh, so maybe you guys are really focusing on tech. But because for
Yeah,
me, it's a Shopify thing, web developing thing, but it's retail.
yeah, okay, so it's a completely yeah, because the company that I work for is just a software company. Like
Mm,
basically they're doing what I'm doing, like with my freelancing, except they're doing it with much bigger projects.
I see. Oh,
So
interesting.
yeah, all we do is build custom software solutions for businesses. So there's no, I mean, the sales and marketing is like the CEO and the tech lead.
Mm,
And then now me, because that they're having me manage their Upwork agency account. But yeah, it's just 20 software engineers and like
I think
no,
like
nothing.
yeah, and for like a small company, actually, things overlap. So you kind of have to do this aside from like, tech stuff. I mean, that's also what I'm experiencing right now.
at some point there at the very end, my iPhone storage was full, so that's why I'm not using my microphone anymore.
I see. Oh,
So
I
it
didn't even notice.
yeah,
I didn't
so
notice.
probably for the last few minutes the sound and right now probably the sound quality on my end isn't going to be as good, but it's all right.
I mean, you're going
Uh
to cut stuff up, right?
yeah, we're going to cut out unnecessary stuff.
Can you cut my like stupid answers? Because like I was really blacking out first 20 minutes of the video. Now I'm getting comfortable. I kind of want to talk more, but we're gonna end this one.
Yeah, we have to give a final farewell to
Oh, I thought
any.
you already cut it.
We're still recording.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, for anybody who's still here watching, thank you for watching all this. I hope this was helpful for you in some way.
Thank you guys. And yeah, hopefully we get to also talk to them, So I would love to meet you guys and just get to know you and see where you are.
Yeah,
And
definitely. Yeah, well, we should have a webinar together. We can answer your questions and stuff.
that would be awesome. All right. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you,
Yeah.
Zach.
All right, thank you.
Yo, that
Yes.
wasn't cut.
Yeah, I was actually I was surprised when you told me you got the job, because it was soon. Like I wasn't expecting to for you to get a full-time job so soon. Like you did it faster than I did.
It's because of
Eh,
you. You were mentoring me well.